Welcome back to the Angry Man Podcast with Jason and Greg. So this is a topic that I've wanted to dial into for quite some time, the last several days, since Gervonta Davis had the opportunity to sit down with Lil Yachty and talk about his concerns in regards to Riyadh Caesar and Turkey Al-Sheikh and fighting Devin Haney when Devin Haney is said to be Turkey Al-Sheikh's boy, and that came out of the mouth of Turkey Al-Sheikh. All of a sudden, Gervonta Davis got all of this hate. That turned into Gervonta Davis being scared, ducking, you name it. And it comes from a certain faction of fans. It comes from fans that have a disdain for PBC for whatever reason, or PBC related fighters or whatever. And I find it to be so interesting because the rationale for why they dislike Gervonta Davis simply doesn't make sense when you put it in the proper context and you tie it into statements that have been made by some of their favorite fighters. I'm talking about the fighters that they actually support. So recently, Bernard Hopkins was on ES News, and Ellie had the opportunity to ask him, why does Gervonta Davis get so much hate? He's a good kid. He produces knockouts. What is the issue? And he made an interesting statement. Bernard Hopkins did. I'm going to play that comment here very quickly. It's probably 10 seconds.
Talking, why do you think Tank gets so much hate? He's a good kid. He works hard. He gets results. He gets knockouts. Is it what we talked about in the beginning of this conversation, that he's great? That's why they hate him?
Jealousy.
Wow. Jealousy. And honestly, I have to agree with that. How else do you explain some of the things that we've heard from Gervonta Davis detractors? And that's not only fans, that's fighters. That's also individuals in fighters' camps. They have all these different things to say about Gervonta Davis, yet they're perfectly okay with their fighters doing the exact same thing. The resume. He's fought Barrios. Barrios is now a champion. He fought Pitbull Cruz. Pitbull Cruz became a champion. All of a sudden, when Pitbull Cruz became a champion, Devin Haney wanted to fight him. Shakur Stevenson wanted to fight him. Keyshawn Davis just recently stated that he wants to fight him. So all these guys, everybody's perfectly okay. We don't hear any kind of pushback relative to those guys. But Gervonta Davis fought him, and it's a problem. Frank Martin, great for Shakur Stevenson. That's a great fight. We want to see it. Gervonta Davis fights him, and he's just a prospect. Make it make sense. 1 minute, it's all about titles until your favorite fighter tells you that it's not all about fighters or titles, and then there's no issue. Let me play this clip here very quickly because this demonstrates just what I've been talking about here in regards to just a straight contradiction as it relates to titles. And this gentleman, Bernie the Boxer, literally contradicted himself in the same interview, literally seconds apart.
Now, in order to unify the titles, Gervonta Davis has to come through Keyshawn if he's successful against Baranchek.
Tank don't care fuck about he don't. That man don't have no class or know nothing about no history and no.
But Keyshawn does. He wants to unify. So
I don't know if I never heard Keyshawn say he wanted to unify.
Okay.
I just know Keyshawn is a star. He want to be a star. And he want to be a champion.
But hold up, Gervonta Davis is a star. He just wants to be a star. He's currently a champion as well. So why is that okay for Keyshawn Davis, but it's not okay for Gervonta Davis? I don't understand. I don't understand the faction of fans that talk about titles, beating champions. I don't understand that because I've argued that makes absolutely no sense. And now Shakur Stevenson actually agrees with me. Here's what he had to say.
You want to unify divisions, become undisputed. Has that kind of changed your mindset a bit and flipped the coin to just say this is all about business now?
Yes. It used to be like, okay, you want to accomplish stuff in the sport of boxing. You want to win belts and you want to be undisputed. But now, like I said, it's lame. So it's like anybody could do these things with the right opportunity. It comes down to who know the right person. If you know the right person, you can fight for that belt. If you know that this person, you can fight for that belt. And it's like, it's a politic game. So
Wow, I could have sworn that you guys have heard me say this on this channel multiple times. That you can be a champion and that doesn't really matter because being a champion can be just about who you are associated with. Top Rank, ESPN, PBC, Matchroom, whoever, Golden Boy. That's what matters, who you're tied to. That's why fighters are very specific in terms of who they sign with because it gives them different opportunities. That's how somebody like Dennis Baranchik is a champion. I've said this on multiple occasions. Yet you guys put so much emphasis on someone beating a champion. Why? We got 4 of them. It's not like it's been defined who's actually the champion at the weight class. And what's so interesting, right? Gervonta Davis is not given credit for being the WBA champion at 135 pounds because technically he didn't beat quote unquote the champion. He had a Reggie or whatever you want to call it, whatever terms you guys are using out there for these WBA regular titles, right? But then let's let Keyshawn Davis or Shakur Stevenson come along and beat him. And you guys will say he beat a legitimate champion. How does that make sense? You're saying that the person that won the title is illegitimate, yet the person that comes along and beats them, they're legitimate for beating the illegitimate champion? How do those things make any sense? It is very clear that there is a level of hate for Gervonta Davis that does not make rational sense. And it doesn't make rational sense because of this. Your favorite fighter is not him, and you want your favorite fighter on the highest level. You want him to be the face of boxing. And the only way to do that is to go through Gervonta Davis. So you either want your favorite fighter to get the opportunity to fight him, which some of your favorite fighters don't even seem like they're very interested in fighting him right now, or you want to tear him down in hopes that your favorite fighter will get elevated. But none of that actually works. Let me ask you guys this. For a fighter that is a 30-year-old prospect that has done nothing in the sport of boxing, who is not the face of boxing, ESPN sure has his name in their mouths a lot. They sure talked about him an awful lot on their telecast with Keyshawn Davis. I need to understand why. He hasn't done anything according to you all. He's not a face of boxing according to you all. I mean, he's a 30-year-old prospect, according to Tim Bradley. Then why are you consistently talking about him? If he is a 30-year-old prospect, then why is it that Tim Bradley is picking Gervonta Davis as the favorite versus Keyshawn Davis in the event that they were to fight right now? Why? The logic makes no sense. You hate the man because he's number one. How is he ducking? How is he ducking a fight with Devin Haney? Gervonta Davis is rumored to have a 6 to 7 fight deal worth $200 million. He does not have to go over to Saudi Arabia if he does not want to. He does not have to take on any unnecessary risk if he deems that it's a risk that he shouldn't have to take. Risk meaning there's a chance for Turki Al-Sheikh to do something what he would deem to be shady. He doesn't have to take that risk because he's already getting paid. Devin has to take that risk. So you guys got to start doing better. You got to stop being as biased as you are. You guys say that we're biased towards Gervonta Davis. Not really. We just call it how we see it. And some of the things that are being said out there just really makes absolutely no sense. So you guys tell me what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to hate, like, comment, and subscribe. This is the Angry Man Podcast, M Sports Media, and I am out.